Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. We live. Um, wanted to uh put out a brief little message or broadcast. Just something I've been thinking about for the last couple of days. It's been racking my brain. Been trying to figure out just how to how to put this. Um, it seems like in the title of this broadcast is you love football more than you love freedom. It seems that a lot of our people um, are too, I guess, I don't even want to say ignorant, but too addicted to professional football to the point where they can't give it up, where they can't even understand or comprehend not watching football. The idea of not turning on the TV and participating in an activity that has no benefit to you seems to be completely foreign to our people. And I decided, me personally, not to participate in NFL this year, not to participate in anything that has to do with the NFL product or image, because it was just blatant to me. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe it took me too long to see, but it was just very blatant to me that the NFL did not give a damn about black people or black people's rights, and nor did they care. And when Colin Kaepernick made his stand, he just or his kneel, should I say, where he decided that he would rather, he would kneel in protest of police brutality, and that the NFL didn't stand behind him in his protest, or that they now refuse to sign him because he decided that it was important enough to him that African Americans in the United States no longer be brutalized by police and killed unjustly, um, for any reason whatsoever, was a problem with the NFL and the shield of the NFL. And that you have individuals that literally try to say the reason he doesn't have a job is because of his talent. Even had Ray Lewis come out the other day and say some foolishness about it. I couldn't even watch the video. It just was like, oh, here's another idiot. Here's another person who just doesn't get it. And it seems like most of us just don't get it, right? So let me try to explain it so people can get better understand this right here. Okay. Colin Kaepernick stood up for the rights of black people and black children in America. He basically said, and he basically by his protest decided that it was unjust that African American men, women, and children are being shot down in America, and that he wanted that there should be something done about this, and he stood for it, right? And I believe, and I think most African Americans would agree with that we are being shot and killed by police officers in America every single day, and that there's nothing being done about it, right? And that opinion is unpopular among white folks. And I guess the way he protested was unpopular among white folks, right? Now, the NFL in turn has decided that, hey, we're not going to hire you any longer. Like, I guess you can call it a conspiracy, because when everyone gets together and now decides that you're no longer going to work for this organization, now all 32 owners have decided they're not going to hire you. It seems to be a conspiracy now, right? Because people are now conspiring against giving him the job. And we know that he's a very talented quarterback. I don't care what you want to say. It's Blaine Gabbers, Mark Sanchez, all different types of trash quarterbacks, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who have jobs in the NFL, and not Colin Kaepernick, right? Colin Kaepernick, who led his team to the Super Bowl, who almost beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl had it not been for that power outage that allowed the Ravens to gain back some momentum. So, that's the case. So Colin Kaepernick stood for us, right? He stood for black people. And now in turn, we don't stand for him. That's what it feels like. Like, you can't even stand behind him now and decide that you're not going to watch the sport that won't give him a job. Like, football is too important to you in your life. You are so addicted to it, this form of entertainment, that you have zero stock in. You don't own any shares in the NFL. You don't own any teams. You don't have any stock in the NFL. It's not putting food on your table. It's on your table. It's not doing anything for you. And you rather watch football than say, you know what? As a people, we are no longer going to watch this game. We're no longer going to watch the sport. We're no longer going to turn on the TV. And that would make people pay attention to what's going on. That made people say, you know what? There's something going on here. We need to do something about it, because the one thing that this country understands is money and its economy, and that's the one thing they understand. You got to hurt the pocket. So if we all decided, you know what, we're not going to watch this, we're not going to participate, we're not going to go to the games, we're not going to watch the games, we're not going to do any of it. A lot of people say, oh, well, it should start with the players. But you know what? I agree. The players should do something. But we shouldn't expect for the players to do something, because that's how they put food on their table. That's how they feed their families. So you ask them not to stand up and do something about it, they don't get a paycheck. So it's hard to ask them to do something, but it's not hard to ask you to do something, because you don't have a stock in the NFL. The NFL doesn't pay the average American, doesn't pay most of us walking around here. It doesn't do it. It's just a form of entertainment. You don't have to watch it, so don't watch it. Don't turn it on. And that hurts their bottom line. That hurts their pockets. Don't turn it on. It's just that simple. And see, it's crazy to me, because I like to go back to history for a lot of examples, right? If we go back to Roman society, right, and we look at, just historically how they did things. See, the Romans had gladiatorial games, and we now have football, basketball, baseball. They had their coliseums, and we have our stadiums, right? But the Romans, the emperors and the politicians and senators and things, and the governors of different places knew something that our current leaders know, that if you distract the people with different forms of entertainment, that they will suffer through almost anything as long as they're entertained. So whenever there was some kind of famine, whenever there was food shortages, whenever there was political unrest, whatever was going on, right? A new emperor or power came into play, and they needed the people to get on their side. They would just give them games. They would give them gladiatorial games, and they would distract the people, and they would love them for it. They didn't give a damn what the hell was going on, how fucked up their lives was, how oppressed they were. As long as they had their games, they was good. And we are exactly the same. As long as we got our games, as long as we got our football, our basketball, NBA finals, all of which we have zero stock or ownership in, as long as we have our Netflix, our cable TV, everything, as long as we got our social media, all these things, as long as we're distracted, we don't care. We rather watch football. Like literally, we rather watch football than have freedom, because you're essentially saying, I don't care about police killing us in the street. I don't care that Colin Kaepernick doesn't have a job. I don't care that Colin Kaepernick stood behind us, because I'm supporting racism. I'm supporting blatant racism by the NFL and white supremacy, who are saying black people don't matter in the United States. We don't matter. Like, you rather do that than say that you rather watch football and stand behind us. Like, that's what you rather do. And that's my message. I really feel like as a people, we don't have a code. We can't seem to come together and cooperate on anything. On anything. We can't just say, you know what? We're not going to do that no more. And as a group of people stand together and decide, we're not going to do that. See, there's strength in numbers, but we can't ever seem to get the numbers together to do what needs to be done in order for change to come. Like, whatever kind of mental psychosis we got, whatever we suffered through 400 years of slavery, whatever it may be, we don't have the mental fortitude and makeup to decide that we're not going to do something and don't do it. We always got dissenters. We always got people speaking on TV against us. We always got coons and Uncle Tom saying this and that. There's no consequences or repercussions for cooning in America. No other group of people, whether it be Jewish, Jews or Asians or Hispanics, will get on TV or get in front of a microphone and say something negative about their people, and they get away with it. No other group of people. There's consequences and repercussions in your community for acting like that in all other communities except for the black community. Only in our community can a person get on TV and say something negative about black people, do something negative that represents us in a negative light, and there be no repercussions for it. The community will still accept them. The community will still support them. There's actually zero unity amongst us at all. And that's the part of the problem. And they know it. The powers that be, the people that control all these things, know that we are afraid to unite and do things. We can't even unite and not watch football. Like, you can't just don't watch football. Just don't watch it. If you want to see some changes happen, don't watch football. It's a billion-dollar industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry. Just don't turn the TV on. I guarantee you Colin Kaepernick get a job. I guarantee you these NFL owners start making phone calls in their states that they work in and say, man, we got to get people back to the games. We got to get people turning the TV back on. So they start getting in touch with their politicians saying, you know what, black people saying there's a problem with police, so maybe there might be a problem with police. So we need to do something about it because we're losing money from this billion-dollar industry who are owned by billionaires who don't want to lose money. And what do billionaires have? They have power. They have political pull. So you hurt their pocket, and then you start seeing change. And this goes for everything. We need to put our power of our dollar behind us. We don't do it, and that is part of the problem. So that's my message. I hope I got it out as clear as I possibly could. I'm kind of frustrated, so I might not have been as concise as I wanted to be, but that's my message for the day. So peace, family, everyone that tuned in. I hope you understood what I was coming from. I'm out.